Hey everyone, it's Emily, and today I'm going to be talking about my journey with anxiety. I would say that my anxiety has been an issue for most of my life. As long as I can remember, I've had like a social anxiety where I just had the fear of talking to people, meeting people, social interactions. Okay, really? Can I not film a video here? Go away. It's not stopping. The sirens of the city are ridiculous. They're ridiculous. Why is it not going away? Like, literally, what is going on? So I think I've had anxiety for most of my life. Back when I was little, I did have a lot of problems with social interactions and meeting new people, and that kind of followed me into my adulthood. I still struggle with new environments and social situations. It's more than just like a shyness. It's almost as if I feel like the worst case scenario is going to happen. Like, it's not just like, oh, I'm really shy and I don't want to like talk to people. It's like, no, if I talk to these people, they're gonna hate me and I'm gonna make a fool out of myself and I'm gonna say something wrong and they're just gonna think that I'm the craziest person on this planet. Like, all these questions go on in my head when I know that I need to like meet a new person or, you know, do a new thing or go to a new place. All these like questions run through my head and it's just overwhelming. It's like I can't get these questions and thoughts out of my head as much as I try to just live and not be constantly thinking about what if, or, you know, if people are gonna hate me or if they're gonna like me, or, you know, am I gonna have best friends? Am I gonna be successful in life? You know, whatever the thoughts may be, it's like they don't ever leave my head. They're just stuck in my head. And it doesn't matter what I'm doing or, you know, where I'm at. There's always something going on in my head. My anxiety is mostly just like of social situations and of like life in general, like the future. I'm constantly thinking about my future and what I'm gonna be doing in my future and where I'm gonna be going in my future and if I will be a successful person in my future. I really don't have a lot of friends in the city I'm living in right now. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I have two friends that moved in the past couple years. One of them moved to Florida, the other one moved to Texas, and those two were my best friends. Like, I literally could talk to them about anything. You know, anytime we saw each other, it was like we just saw each other the other day. You know, it could have been months or years, but if I saw them, it was like I just saw them the day before. We could pick up conversations so easily, and I don't know, I found comfort in those two, and having those two move away from me has just been like so hard on me because I realized that I don't have anybody here where I live to really hang out with. I'm also really close with my cousin, and she just started working and I'm working, and it's like I've been working in different cities and it's hard for me to go to my old city if I'm not there and see people that are living there in my hometown. So it's almost as if I feel like I'm kind of alone. You know, I have my family, I have my cats, but it's like I don't have people to really hang out with. So it has been really hard for me moving out of the city that I'm used to a whole new city and not knowing anybody. And then on top of it, my job has been sending me to different locations. So I've been having to walk into these new places and not know anybody and do my job and try not to let my anxiety like show and get the best of me, you know? And I know that it does, because I know for a fact the first couple days of me working in that new environment, I'm really shy and I don't talk to people. I kind of just like do my job and don't really communicate very well with people. And then like as I start working with them, I start opening up piece by piece. But it's like that thought in the back of my head always continues, like, Do they even like me? Are they just being nice because they feel bad that I'm the new person here? Or like what exactly is going on, you know? And it's just like, I feel like I can't ever find a set group of people who I belong to anymore. It kind of sucks because back in high school, like, I went through the same things. I would transfer friend groups really easily because we would get in fights or something would happen and they would no longer want to be my friend, or, you know, maybe I just didn't want to be their friends. Whatever the case was at that time, we just kind of drifted apart. So I went through lots of different friends in high school. You know, they were always like so close knit. We were always in like these really like close knit groups of like 2 or 3 people, and we would just be so close. And then when we'd break apart, it was almost like I had to find a new path again and a new group of friends, and then I'd become really close with them, and then they'd break apart again. And I feel like that's followed me through my adulthood. I feel like I get really close to like my coworkers and my bosses, and then I have to be transferred to a different location. And it's like I get really close with them, and then I'm going to a different location. And it's like, I just want to be like grounded, you know? I want to have like a set place where I just feel comfortable all the time. You know, I would love that. I would love to just settle into a place and just have that be like my home. I'd like to have a set friend group where I could go out and do things with them and talk with them and have drinks with them and do whatever, you know? I feel like at this point in my life, nothing is grounded, and I know that I'm only 24 years old. I'm not supposed to have like this life that's, you know, set in stone, but my anxiety makes it impossible for me to deal with changes really easily. Like, it could be the smallest change ever. It just like overloads my brain, and I feel like my whole balance has just been thrown off. I'm like that kind of person that I have to have like a routine. I have to have like the same thing every single day, or else I literally like, I get thrown off. I can't handle that, you know? And my life is not like that right now. And in a way, I feel like by having the same thing every single day, it like worsens my depression, but it helps my anxiety. But then when my life is a little bit different each month or each week, and I'm thrown like a surprise or something, it like messes with my anxiety, and I feel like I'm not gonna be able to get through whatever is thrown my way, which is really, really weird, because you would think that as an adult, I'd be able to handle these situations better, but for some reason, I just can't. I can't really like explain this in words. It's so hard for me to explain my anxiety in a video and into words, but I know that a lot of people out there deal with anxiety every day, and it is a struggle. And I think that some people just chalk it up to being like a fake mental illness, or that you can control it, but it's like literally something that you cannot control. You can't control it. It just happens inside your brain, and it sucks. It really sucks. It keeps me from doing so many things that I want to do in this life, you know? I love photography. I love going on walks, and every single time I go out and I take pictures or I go for walks, all I can think about is the people staring at me and thinking how weird I am. But then I look over and there's people doing the same thing, you know, and I'm not staring at them like that. I'm just like, oh yeah, they're doing what I'm doing. But it's like, why can't I enjoy this without thinking that everybody just thinks I'm the weirdest person ever? You know, like, I just can't help but think that people are just staring at me and thinking like what a freak I am. I don't know. It's so weird. I know. I have talked to my doctor, and, you know, she's trying to help me a little bit with this, and we're trying to get like on a program to where I can kind of deal with my anxiety and cope through it, and maybe I can take like some medications to help. I'm not really sure. If any of you guys have anxiety, let me know down below, and let me know like what medications you were on or which ones worked for you, because I'm really skeptical about medication. I almost feel like if you're medicating anxiety, you're kind of like numbing your thoughts. Does that make sense? I feel like this is so normal to me that like if I were to take a medication that just like shut all of that down, Like, I don't know how I'd feel. I almost feel like I would be a robot. I don't know. Does that make any sense to you guys? Is that how anxiety medication works? I have no idea. So I just want to know if you guys have tried anxiety medications or what worked for you in the past. Any kind of like thoughts or help would be appreciated if you just want to comment them in the comments below. And this is just a little tidbit of like how my anxiety is. It has affected me for my entire life, and it is something that I'm working every day on trying to fix and improve on. So I hope that I can do that. If you guys want to know more about my anxiety or depression, just let me know. I can make more videos on my progress as things go on, and hopefully they will get better. I do really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you did like it, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!